holiday season, some of us might be letting a little loose with keeping up on healthy habits. Beth Cook, a clinical dietitian at Aspirus Hospital, joins us via Zoom with some tips and reminders to help stay on track. Beth, it's a stressful time of year, and that can impact our health, correct?
It is a stressful time of year. Either if it's good stress or bad stress, that stress is going to cause us to make different decisions in our day, from the food that we eat, from the amount of sleep we get. So ways to mitigate that would be how could we reduce our stress? And one way is to make sure we get a good solid night's sleep. That could dramatically help how our body reacts to stress. And we're more refreshed in the morning, and we're not craving some of those high carbohydrate sugar foods for energy. So having a good nighttime routine, not being around a lot of screens, having some reading time, and that helping have better sleep pattern will help you get through the holidays.
And this all affects cortisol levels, right?
Well, cortisol is a natural hormone that our adrenal glands produce, and we need it for normal metabolism in our body and our response to stress. However, if we have too much chronic stress, that cortisol level can rise, and that's when it causes, effects to our body. It causes inflammation. It causes changes in our metabolism and increases our cravings for unhealthy food. And it also affects how we deposit the fat in our body. So it might put the stores around our organs. And so this visceral fat will make our body more insulin resistant. So when we're not using the insulin that we're producing to regulate our blood sugars, it can cause increased risk for type 2 diabetes. It also increases our risk for heart disease with a heart attack and stroke. So chronic stress and high cortisol levels can increase our risk for chronic disease, for sure.
What are ways people can help mitigate higher cortisol levels?
Stress management, such as deep breathing techniques, yoga, stretching, any kind of physical activity could really help with stress management as well. Even stepping outside and taking a 5-minute walk can help lower your blood pressure. And the research shows that after a dinner, going for a 5-minute walk can lower blood sugar levels as well. So it doesn't have to be getting on the treadmill and running, just any kind of movement can help lower that cortisol level.
And what about healthy food options?
Limiting the amount of concentrated sweets like white sugar in our diet. It's amazing the effects that sugar has on the gut flora, that bacteria in our stomach. So feeding fiber feeds the good bacteria. We don't want to feed the bad bacteria lots of sugar. So limiting the sugar. But at Christmas time, it's challenging because there's goodies all around. So just being mindful and eating everything in moderation and not giving yourself a hard time. And a lot of times during the holidays, we might imbibe in more alcohol or caffeine that we normally do. We might be feeling tired, so we drink more caffeine. So our alcohol consumption can affect our cortisol levels as well. So drinking in moderation with our caffeine intake, thinking about reducing the amount you drink, because that can affect your sleep and your anxiety and your cortisol. Hydration is a big thing during the winter time. We often don't drink enough. It's cold. So thinking, am I tired? Do I need a cup of coffee, or do I need a good glass of water? And that could definitely make your blood pressure better and make you feel a little more revived too.
When it comes to checking in with your health provider, what should folks do?
Well, certainly keeping up to date with your provider visits and getting those annual labs, because those blood sugar fasting levels can give you an indication if your levels are maybe higher than normal. And that could be a risk for prediabetes. But oftentimes, if you're feeling run down or tired, is that from lack of sleep, or is it from stress, or is it from high blood sugar? So you don't know unless you get tested.
Thank you, Beth. We'll have all those details for you on myupnow.com. Stay with us, and we'll be right back after the break.